Okay, so are you ready to jump into something kind of crazy? Today,
Yeah, let's do it.
we are taking a deep dive into deepfakes.
All right.
And these videos, they're so real, they can fool like anyone.
Yeah.
And we're not just talking about, Hollywood special effects or something.
Yeah.
This is like informational warfare.
Uh-huh.
And there's this company called Sentinel, and they are using AI to, fight back against these deepfakes.
It's really interesting stuff because, deepfakes, they take advantage of how our brains work.
Yeah.
Like, we are programmed to believe what we see.
Mm-hmm.
And these fakes, they exploit that instinct,
Right.
which makes them super powerful tools for, manipulating people.
Exactly. It's not just like making a funny video of your friend or something.
Right.
We're talking about like potentially, starting coups.
Yeah.
Sentinel's website mentions one that almost happened in Gabon.
Wow.
And then there's that journalist, what was her name?
Rana Ayub.
Rana Ayub, yeah.
Yeah.
She was targeted with like a deep fake pornographic video.
It's crazy.
I know. It's like they're trying to discredit her.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really disturbing.
So how do we even know what's real anymore?
Right.
Like, how do we separate fact from fiction in this world where, like, anything could be faked?
Well, that's where Sentinel comes in, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me, how does Sentinel actually work?
Okay.
Their website mentions this multi-layered defense system.
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
So think of it like this.
Wow.
Sentinel is like a digital detective using really advanced tools to, uncover the truth.
Okay, I like that.
So let's say you upload like a suspicious video to Sentinel's platform.
Right.
Their AI goes to work immediately, analyzing every single frame of the video.
Wow.
One of the tools it uses is a thing called a convolutional neural network.
Whoa. Back up a second.
Okay.
What is that?
So a convolutional neural network, it's
Yeah.
a mouthful, I know. But basically, it's like imagine a super high-tech magnifying glass scanning the video.
Okay.
But instead of looking for clues that we can see with our eyes,
Right.
it's looking for tiny inconsistencies in things like the pixels, the lighting,
Yeah.
even the way a person blinks.
Really?
Yeah, like things that a human wouldn't notice,
Oh, wow.
but that give away that the video is a fake.
So it's kind of like those crime shows where they zoom in on a picture and find like a reflection of the killer or something.
Exactly.
Like a tiny little detail.
Yeah, and it's not just the visuals.
Oh.
Sentinel analyzes the audio, too.
Oh, wow.
They can tell if a voice has been synthesized.
Oh, really?
You know, like those fake voices you hear sometimes?
Yeah.
They can detect those by looking for these tiny variations in pitch and tone
Interesting.
that are like almost impossible for a human to perfectly copy.
So it's like having a lie detector for videos.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really impressive.
It is pretty cool.
Okay, so let's say Sentinel figures out that a video is a deepfake. What happens then?
Well, that's where the whole multi-layer defense thing really kicks in.
Yeah.
It's not just about, finding the fake. It's about figuring out why it was made
Right.
and like what kind of damage it could do.
Makes sense.
So Sentinel creates like a visualization of the manipulations. They highlight the areas that have been changed.
Oh, wow.
This helps people learn about how deepfakes are made
Right.
and how to spot them.
That's really important.
Yeah, and they also have this massive database of verified deepfakes.
Wow.
They use it to train their algorithms so they can stay ahead of the game.
It's like they're building up an immune system.
Yeah, like a digital immune system.
Right.
That's constantly learning and adapting to new threats.
I was reading about Sentinel's CEO.
Johannes Tamakand, yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
He has a really personal connection to all of this.
Right, he grew up under Soviet disinformation.
Yeah.
So he knows firsthand how damaging information warfare can be to democracies.
Right.
And that brings up a really important point.
What's that?
Deepfakes aren't just a tech problem. They're a problem for society as a whole.
You're right.
Yeah, if we can't even agree on what's real,
Yeah.
then how can we have any meaningful discussions about anything?
Right.
It's like the foundation of our reality is crumbling.
It is kind of scary.
And that loss of trust can have huge consequences.
Like what?
Well, think about that example from Sentinel's website.
Yeah.
The Belgian Socialist Party.
Right.
They used a deepfake of Donald Trump to try and sway voters.
Wow.
That's just one example.
Right.
There's also the Deepfakes 2020, the tipping point report.
I read that one, yeah.
It highlighted how these fakes could be used to mess with elections.
It's not just politics either.
You're right.
Think about like health information.
Yeah.
Like during a pandemic or something.
Absolutely.
A deepfake could spread lies about a virus.
Or incite violence.
Exactly. The possibilities are terrifying.
And that's why personal responsibility is so crucial. We can't just expect companies like Sentinel to do all the work.
Yeah.
We have to be more careful about the stuff we see online.
Right.
Verify sources. Be skeptical of anything that seems too crazy to be true.
Be our own detectives.
Exactly.
So we need to hone our critical thinking skills.
Absolutely. The best defense against misinformation is our own judgment.
You're right.
Our ability to think critically.
Okay, so to sum up,
Yeah.
deepfakes are a very real and growing threat. But there is hope.
Absolutely.
Companies like Sentinel are creating solutions.
Right.
And it's up to all of us to be careful and discerning when we're online.
Here's something to think about.
Yeah.
As deepfake technology gets easier to use,
Right.
how can we use education to give people the tools they need to navigate this crazy digital world?
That's a great question. And I think it's one we all need to be thinking about.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
And until next time, stay vigilant.